Asteroid made of dragons is gone. But where did it go? The road to the answer is long, but if you're just here for the bottom line, here it is. Asteroid Made of Dragons left its publisher at the end of October 2017. The rights belong entirely to me again. I plan to self-publish it at some point, but there's no clear timeline. For now and the immediate future, the book does not exist. Ebooks cannot be purchased anywhere. Paperback copies are still rattling around online at various places, but they are scarce. Now, everyone who wants to still hang around, how did we get here? Asteroid Made of Dragons was published on April 5th, 2016. It was my third book after self-publishing the first two, Spell Sword and The Riddle Box. Why didn't I self-publish the third book? All writers have a dream, something that pulls them forward. Mine is to have Lev Grossman meet me in the darkened alleys of Prague with stun batons to work out our differences. To have Cameron Hurley be irritated with me specifically instead of only generally. To have Pat Rothfuss read my work and just give up on ever completing Doors of Stone and or riding go-karts up to the pass where we can tell ghost stories. More than money, more than escaping the drudgery of the day job, I want my work to matter, to have everyone's Dragon Ball Z scouter go ping and my power level to be a topic du jour in all writer covens across the globe. But that's dumb. It's a dumb dream because it isn't actually a dream. You don't dream about eating 19 tacos in 19 minutes. Maybe some of you do, but that's don't sidetrack me. That's about appetite. It's a goal that is consumed by the attainment. Dreams are more, or at least they're supposed to be. Dreams are the secret lanterns that burn way down in the dark forest of our interior, or pick a better metaphor, whatever. A dream about being the coolest kid at the party. A dream about being the smartest one in the room, about being the one awed whispers follow as you walk down the hall. These are not dreams. I have them, but they are not dreams. They are appetites for approval, for recognition, for tribe power, for monkey comfort. Dreams are more, or at least they're supposed to be. Dreams burn even when we are nothing but rain. I've learned this lesson before, but I'm a genius at forgetting. Artists' dreams lead us in the direction of a lot of our appetites, so it's easy to confuse the two, kind of drown out the signal you're following. So when the opportunity to inch closer to traditional publishing appeared, to have my book appear in bookstores all over the country, I leaped for it. I crowdfunded pre-orders for a contest on the publishing platform Inkshares, the contest sponsored by Sword and Laser. You probably remember it as that time I asked everyone for $10. I hustled. I made it in by the skin of my teeth. Then I finished the draft of AMOD and in a couple of months, and I submitted it to my publisher. Oh my God, my publisher. I had a publisher. These are magic words. Any aspiring writer will tell you I was making the largest move of my career. I was going somewhere. I was going somewhere. I worked with a professional editor for the first time, with a marketing team for the first time. I had a cover I didn't need to source and have designed myself. I honestly kept my expectations low, but it felt like being ushered through a portal, a doorway to something new, some new phase. We made a beautiful book together, and my stomach was rumbling like crazy. Appetite. Just appetite. The launch went well. Fancy people said fancy things about my book. Total strangers pinged me on Twitter. It was nice. But then things slowed down, as I expected them to. I'd seen this arc before, much smaller, of course, with my first two books. Initial interest and excitement slowly fading off into quiet. Around this time, my publisher contacted me and all of their authors. They were a startup, and the original contract we had all signed was, to put it mildly, way too generous. The math is boring, but the result was Inkshares wanted to change the royalty structure to something more reasonable, totally fair, and they would also like to change their rights from non-exclusive to a 10-year exclusive contract, which totally makes sense for them. Now here's what I knew. I knew that my publisher at that time had between 6 to 8 employees. I knew that they had dozens of books slated for release in the next couple of years. I knew that they did not have the resources or time to keep promoting the back catalog while still giving each new release its full launch. I knew that I wasn't that concerned about making less money, but I was hellaciously nervous about committing the third book in a series to a 10-year contract when the first two belonged to me and the fourth was never going to be published by Inkshares. I also knew that when in doubt, own your work. So I didn't take the new contract. I negotiated the terms of AMOD exiting the platform. Those were 2 short sentences, but it was not a short process. But here we are. I published a book, and now it is unpublished. Reverse published? Control Z into the abyss? Nega published. Well, how does this affect my appetite? Does this mean I starve? I've gotten quieter about the books over the past year. Partly because of stress, partly because of real life stuff, partly because of just a vague feeling that I was doing this all wrong. It's a common feeling when you're a small-time writer, a small-time artist, small-time anything. Because that's the feeling you always have, that you're doing it wrong, that every decision is crucial, that everyone knows more than you, that there's a right way and you don't know what it is. There's a right way to get everyone to like you. Every decision you make determines who likes you, how much they like you, just how big a deal are you in this tribe. It's really easy to feel like a failure. It's easy to not know what success looks like. It's easy to lose track of the signal, of the dream that you're following, or you should be. Things have gotten quiet, like I said, and now I have to answer the real question. Not what happened to the book, but what was the point of the book, of any of the books, of any books ever, of art itself. Here's what I got. I am a human mind. I don't know if anything is real. I have certain beliefs, but I'll never really be sure. But one of the few that I've never wavered from is that the shapes we make with our minds matter. As I make these shapes, I learn. I learn to make better shapes. I learn to make new shapes. Sometimes these shapes are important or beautiful or strange or ugly or gross or whatever. But they're mine. They're the only thing I have. Often these shapes, these figures, are products of the moment, only found due to circumstance, luck, a roll of the die. It took me 3 books to get to it, but I think Asteroid Made of Dragons contains the most important paragraph I've ever written. It's not right, but it's very close. It's so close. It's almost right. And I like that. I like that I made it. I like that I got close. I like that I could try to make it. And that's it. I want to make more shapes. That's a dream. That's my dream. I'll try to remember it. as we move forward from this point. It's a dream that has nothing to do with publishing or success or people thinking I'm smart or clever, though I really want you guys to think I'm smart and clever. But it has nothing to do with appetite. This is my secret lantern. And none of you can stop me from making these weird shapes. I have plenty of shapes to make. Some are book shapes, some are not. I'm going to keep making shapes. You tell me which ones you like. So, to sum up, you can't buy Asteroid Made of Dragons at any store. It is gone. But the shape is still here, just as it was before any of this. Maybe it'll be a new shape when it comes back. A better shape or a worse one, maybe. I don't know. But I didn't know before, so the feeling's pretty familiar. Thanks for watching. Thanks for reading. Thanks for everything.